Ruto attends church service, steers clear of Gachagua woes, and pro-Palestine rallies held globally to mark a year of Israel's war on Gaza. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to the program. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has apologized for his shareholder government ideology, which has sparked controversy, particularly in regions that did not back President William Ruto during the 2022 general election. Gachagua clarified that his statements were not intended to be tribal, but rather a gesture of gratitude to the electorate in the Mount Kenya and Rift Valley regions who played a crucial role in securing President Ruto's victory despite opposition from state machinery. He explained that the remarks were meant to acknowledge those who had voted for them and not to alienate or offend others. Gachagua has often been associated with the phrase "Don't touch the mountain," a reference to his support base in the Mount Kenya region. Critics have accused him of promoting tribalism, a claim he has previously denied, insisting that representing the interests of Central Kenya does not equate to antagonizing other communities. President William Ruto has distanced himself from the woes facing his deputy Rigathi Gachagua following an impeachment motion tabled by Kibwezi West Member of Parliament Mwenge Motuse, despite the incessant push by Gachagua's allies for the president's intervention to alleviate the matter. He remained silent on the issue. Attending a church service at AIC Milimani, Nairobi, the president steered off such talks in a move that has left tongues wagging following the end of the public participation exercise on the impeachment motion. Instead, he reaffirmed that his administration will not impose regulations on religious activities in the country, emphasizing that the constitutional guarantee of freedom of worship. President William Ruto underscored that any reforms to regulate religious institutions should be driven by the institutions themselves, as recommended by the Presidential Task Force chaired by Reverend Mutava Musyimi. The task force, which was established to provide a policy framework for addressing religious extremism, sects, cults, and similar organizations, was formed in response to the gaps identified in the current legal framework.
This is 95.0 Iqra News.
The Kenya Kwanza administration is looking to increase the number of Kenyans working in Qatar to 300,000 from the current 67,000. This according to Cabinet Secretary for Labor and Social Protection Alfred Mutua, who spoke while meeting Qatar Labor Minister Dr. Ali Said Samir Al Mari. Mutua said Kenya and Qatar are looking to amend the bilateral agreement signed in 2012 between the two countries to allow for more Kenyans to travel to the Arab country for work. Together with his counterpart, Mutua said among the plans in place is to set up a visa center in Kenya to avoid delays for those looking for job opportunities in Qatar. Qatar is looking for skilled labor in areas such as ICT, transport, and education. On his part, Ali Said said his country is keen on getting highly skilled labor from Kenya. In another news, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has expressed confidence in the judiciary in the face of an impeachment motion against him at the National Assembly that is threatening to end his political career. Speaking publicly for the first time in 5 days ahead of the debate on a proposed motion for his removal from office on Tuesday, Gachagua called on independent institutions, including Parliament and the judiciary, to uphold the rule of law. The Deputy President said that he believes that the two institutions will reject any attempts to return the country to the rule of the jungle where key tenets of the constitution are ignored. Gachagua reminded the independent institutions, including the judiciary, to respect the will of the Kenyan people while making their decisions, citing Article 1 of the Constitution, which provides that sovereign power rests with the people. Gachagua said independent institutions have the capacity to reject interference.
To my brother President William Ruto, if in our zeal to work, I have wronged you. Please find it in your heart to forgive me. To say to our members of parliament, if in the course of duty, through our utterances and actions, we have in one way or another upset you, all wronged you, find it in your heart to forgive.
On to the international news.
Tens of thousands of people have taken to the streets in major cities around the world to condemn the Israel military operations in Gaza as the war in the Palestinian territory nears the one-year mark. In the Indonesian capital of Jakarta, more than 1,000 pro-Palestinian protesters gathered outside the embassy of the United States demanding that Washington, Israel's top military supplier, and allies stop sending weapons to Israel. In the Philippines, dozens of left-wing activists protested near the U.S. Embassy in Manila, where police prevented them from getting closer to the seaside compound. The war in Gaza began on October 7, 2023, when Hamas launched a surprise attack on Israel, killing 1,139 people and taking more than 200 captive, according to Israel authorities. Israel's subsequent military assault on Gaza has killed nearly 42,000 Palestinians, according to Gaza's health ministry. The war in the besieged enclave has displaced nearly all of its 2.3 million people who have been subjected to widespread hunger and disease, leading to genocide allegations against Israel by several countries at the International Court of Justice. And that is the end of our bulletin. It's now 9 minutes past the hour. My name is Samira Galoro. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
For more news updates, get us online at www.iqrafm.com or www.iqrafmwebradiosite.com. We have all the latest. Stay tuned right here on Iqra FM 95.0, the station with a difference.